Okay, Kelsey, you understand why I brought you to my office today. Um, as you know, you are the newest member at Copeland's, and I hope you're having a good time while you're here. For the past 2 weeks, you've been in training, so I would like to have a little performance review with you to see what you have learned and what you need to learn and how we can advance the company. So, first thing you learned was about the products of Copeland's. I just want to see if you are familiar, because you know you have to be, as a server, you have to be familiar with the food so you can deliver the food on a timely manner and on a beautiful platter for the customer. So, tell me, what do we serve at Copeland's?
A variety of Cajun Creole inspired dishes. Basically, we take any type of dish here and we put a Creole Cajun flair on it. Pastas, crab cake, seafood, of course cheesecake, and then we have a wide selection of domestic beers and imported beer, as well as liquor.
Now, you're 19 years old, so are you able to sell alcohol?
Yes, sir.
And why is that?
Because I have my bar card.
Okay, so you're clean.
Yes.
Okay. So the next thing we trained you on was hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how would you rate yourself from a scale of 1 to 10? How would you describe your hospitality?
I'd say a 10.
10, why is that?
Well, you have to be completely hospitable when you work at a restaurant. Nobody wants to come in and pay that much money and have a rude server, or a server that could have done their job better.
So you have learned it's important to the business to get... Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that's music to my ears. The next thing, the history of Copeland's. What have you learned about the background of our company?
I know that Al Copeland, it's not just Copeland's restaurants. It's Cheesecake Bistros. He owns, or his family now owns his corporation since he's passed away. Comedy clubs all over the country, different restaurants all over the country, a line of hotels. And I know that he was born and raised in New Orleans.
Okay, that sounds pretty accurate. So, but the one thing though, do you know about his family life and how the business established?
No, I do not
Well,
know.
maybe that's something that we can work on.
Yeah.
The most important thing, last but not least, was the procedure. The 12 steps of service. Now, could you recite those for me? And if so, I would greatly be honored for you to be on our team for the rest of your life, even.
Okay.
If you choose so.
Number 1 is place a beverage No, excuse me. Let me start over. Number 1 is making sure the customer is greeted within 1 minute of sitting down, because 1 minute to the customer is like a year in regular time. Place 2 beverage napkins in front of them and take their drink order. If they want an alcoholic beverage, that takes 6 minutes. If they want a regular beverage, it takes 2 minutes. That's the time it should be back there by, like, at the latest. And then you offer an appetizer. You sell the appetizer. You know, and don't recommend it. You know, would you like an appetizer? Recommend it by name. That way you're already selling the appetizer to them.
Okay.
And then, you know, go put it into the computer.
How many is that?
Well, the 12 steps, it says it's 12 steps, but it's really just...
Okay. Just making sure you're familiar with it.
And then you put the order in, you bring them their appetizer, you do a 2-minute check back. And then you get their order for their entree, or if they want to place it before then, you can go ahead. These are very customizable steps. The customer wants to order dessert first, they can do that. Get their order, go put it in the computer, and then make sure everything's good, make sure their drinks are filled, everything, make sure everything's cleaned and tidied up around their area. No one likes a crowded table with, dirty dishes. Then you stage the table for their entree. If they ordered a steak, you bring them a steak knife. Just make sure they have everything they need. That way they don't have to ask for it. If they get something with fries, automatically bring ketchup. If they ask for Creole mustard, you don't know that they...
So basically you know to serve the customer because the customer is always right?
Right.
Okay, so from the scale 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself handling the stress level?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say a 9.
9. Why is that?
Because there's always room for improvement.
Okay. Well, let me get this form, the performance review form signed, filled out and signed. And if you meet me in the front, I'll give you a copy. Just sign right there.
Alright.
Alright. Well, it sounds like you're familiar with everything with our company. A few things we have to do, but overall, I'm happy that you're on our team, and I'm happy to see how you develop in our company. So I think you're scheduled next week, Tuesday, 5 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. Why don't you follow me? We'll get your copy and we'll find out your schedule.
All right. Thank you.